Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're back to working on Nova again. I'm going to try to drop the rear suspension, get it out, clean it up and all that good stuff. So follow along. Alright, as you can see here, I've started, I sprayed these bolts and I started backing them out a little bit. I still got another one that holds the filler neck up into the body here. I have removed what looked like part of an old hitch. Looked like it was factory from where I took it out, because it had the whatever that rust inhibitor, whatever it is, undercoating and stuff on it. But it wasn't complete. It's just part of it. So now I'm going to finish taking these bolts out. When we come back, I'll have a tank dropped. Alright, I got the tank out. I had to cut a couple of hoses. I don't know if you can see that or not. Hose there, and then a hose over there. One of them is the supply line, or I'm guessing. The other is the vent, from what it looked like on the tank. We'll step over here in just a second and look at the tank. There's some rust spots in this floor. I'm going to have to fix that. And this gives me a little better shot at the rear end, and easier to get these shackles loose on the back of these springs. As I can see right now, that one spring is actually bent. It's kind of hard to see it. Can't get my light to come up. But this gives me at least a better look at what I'm going to be working with when I start tearing this out and trying to redo the suspension. So while we're there, here's the tank. It still has something in it, whether it's water, old fuel, whatever it is. Not really sure. But here's the two hoses, or lines. This one, of course, ran to the passenger side. That's our pickup tube, or supply line, and this is the vent right here. So, I'm not sure I'm going to use this tank. If I do, I'll have to have it cleaned out really well. It might be easier just to get another tank, but we'll come back later when I get something else done on the suspension. Alright, as you can see here, I got the back wheels off of it. That way I can get to the shock, have more space, take the shock and everything loose. Still got to unhook this rear brake line. I got to move the jack stands to the back of the frame. Sorry about the finger. And then I can start letting the rear end down a little bit, or hold it up and pull the bolts out of the shackles and then start letting it down, and then I can drop the front bracket, or the front eyes. So when we come back, should have the car, have the jack stands moved back to the back of the car and the axle hanging. Okay, now I've got the jack stands moved up to underneath the frame. Got the axle and just hanging down. Finally, got most of the weight off of it. Just got the jack holding the axle up. So from here, I'll start loosening up the shock bolts, getting the shocks out of the way, and then I'll move to the back spring shackle and get that loose, and then we'll work our way to the front shackle. Sorry about the camera work there. So we'll come back. Hopefully when we come back, I'll have this axle out from underneath the car, or at least released from the car. Alright, now I got the shocks removed. Next thing we're going to do is take out the bolts out of the back shackles. Alright, now we got both the shackles removed from the back. Still got the jack stand underneath the axle. We're going to take the front bolts out and get the leaf springs loose from the body. Alright, I've got all the bolts loose. Let's try to release this beast. See if it'll come out and not hit anything, hurt anything. There it is. It's loose. Awesome. Alright, as you can see, I got the rear end out from underneath the car. Sorry for the heavy breathing, I just got done moving it out. It took a little bit of work. But that's going to be the end of this one. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I can't even believe I got this done in less than 3 hours. Again, we go back to early on where the car doesn't have a lot of rust because it's in the desert. Everything come apart pretty easy. I only had one bolt, I believe, that was hard to get out. And other than that, pretty much went smooth. So if you liked this video, hit the thumbs up for me. I do appreciate it. Thanks again to all my subscribers, and I hope to see you soon. Thanks.